Hi everybody. So today I'm going to do a review of the NIV Heritage Bible. This one is part of the Premier Collection by Zondervan. Does come in a really nicely done two-piece box. You can see that raised design on there that looks really nice. It even carries on over to the side of the box. Really sturdy, heavy-duty box, so it definitely will protect your Bible when not in use. Here is some information about the Premier Collection in case you would like to pause and read that. Then we've got some of our features, which is this Bible is hand-bound in a supple goatskin leather cover. It is Smith-sewn and edge-lined. It has art gilded page edging and a gilt line and perimeter stitching as well. It's got the exclusive Zondervan NIV comfort print typeface, 3 satin ribbon markers, premium European Bible paper, which is 36 GSM, 8 full color maps. It is black letter text, has a concordance, family record section, 10-point font with line matching. So if you've watched my videos, you know I love a line matched Bible. It does have a 2-color page design by 2K Denmark and has a generous yap. So there's one shot of an ISBN there, and then here is the other one. So that tells us it retails for $149.99. You can definitely find it for less online, and as always, I will put a link in the description box. So their Premier Collection Bibles do come wrapped and presented really well. So it comes wrapped in this paper. It's kind of like cross-shaped, and so the paper comes up this direction and then around the other way. So it comes both directions, as you can see here. That is one piece, so it's going to come up and go across the Bible, and then across the top, and it is sealed with a nice label. So presented very well. I really like the way they've done their packaging on the Premier Collection. And so let's take a look at the Bible itself. This one measures out at 9 1/8 inches tall by 6 inches wide, and it is 1.5 inches thick. So one thing that we'll see right off the bat is we've got silver page gilding, and the gilding on this one is absolutely flawless. I mean, it's just like a mirror. It looks just amazing. This is a hand-bound goatskin cover. Does have a really nice soft feel to it. You can see that it is perimeter stitched. And another thing that you can kind of see there is how the yap on here just wants to hug that text block. So really nice, just super soft, really flexible cover, which looks really nice. Has an awesome feel to it. On the spine, we do have some tooled ribs on there. We've got Holy Bible, New International Version, and Zondervan. On the inside here, we've got a really nice liner that's got a silver gilt line that goes all the way around that perimeter, both front and back, and they did a really nice job with that. The line is just perfect. The corners look really nice. It is edge lined, so that is going to be, the liner is going to be tabbed up into this block. So these first few pages are going to be put together, and so you want to keep that way because that's adding some extra strength and durability to this. We've got a nice presentation page. We've got a page for marriages, births and adoptions, and a page for deaths. Then we've got our 2 title pages. This one here does have the 2011 version of the text. We've got our table of contents, the books in alphabetical order. We've got a preface to the NIV, and then we're going to get right into the Old Testament. You can see from the font on here that it is more of a modern looking font. As you can see how on these letters, how they don't quite touch. That kind of gives it more of a modern looking feel, which is appropriate for the NIV since this would be definitely the most popular modern translation out there. It is one of the most popular translations in the world. So a lot of people read the NIV. And since I've got this Bible and the other one in the Premier Collection, I have read the NIV more recently than I have ever, and I'm really enjoying it. So one thing we can see right here as we get into Genesis, right here in the gutter we can see some stitching, so nice evidence of our sewn binding. And we've got our two-tone, so we've got our Genesis in blue as well as the beginning and the chapter number, which is nice. And then also our page Our page numbers and our book and chapter are also in blue. It is a 10-point font, so really nice crisp font. And with it being line matched, you're not going to have any distractions with any ghosting, as you can see there. I'll give you a shot of the poetry section so you can see how the poetry looks. You can see more along the sides on the poetry sections, but once you get it up close to you, you'll notice that you don't get any distractions because the text is line matched. One thing that you can also see there is our art gilding, which is a blue under silver. So again, we've just got that gorgeous silver and then the blue under silver. They did a really nice job with the color on that. It looks really nice. And against that silver, it looks really, really good. I do like the way that they've done the layout in this with the line matching. It makes the single column a lot easier on my eyes. We do have our 3 ribbon markers. So we've got a black, blue, and a red. Now these are just a single satin. As you can see, this side is not satin. And I know a lot of people will probably not like that in a premium Bible, that it doesn't have satin ribbons. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're looking at one of these. I don't mind these ribbons at all. They are a nice ribbon. But in a premium edition, I think that they probably should go with the double-sided satin. Now once we get into the New Testament, we can see that it is just black letter. But the way that they've got that black and the blue in the text, I think that looks really nice. I think the blue just is really easy on the eyes, and same with that blue under silver. When we get into the very back section of the Bible, once we get to the end of Revelation, one thing too that you can see is any of your notes are going to be at the bottom right hand side. So any type of references or any types of notes are going to be in the bottom right hand side of the pages. We're going to get into the back, into our study helps. We're going to have a table of weights and measures. Then we're going to get into the NIV concordance. So it is a double column format. They still carried on with the blue and the black, so all of our words there are done in a blue font. So that looks really nice. So we're going to have quite a few pages of the concordance, and then we've got just a couple pages of notes. Now it would have been nice if they would have added maybe 20 or 30 pages of notes, because it wouldn't have made the Bible a whole lot thicker. But I think a lot of people, if they were going to have any, would rather have more than less. But you do have a tiny space for notes. We do have a note regarding the type. So if you would like to pause and read that about the NIV typeface that they did for this one. Then we're going to have 8 full color maps. They are on a somewhat of a glossy type paper, as you can see the lights reflecting off of there, so it is glossy. And get some more of our stitching. Then we just get right back to the back of the Bible. It does have our ISBN number stamped on there, but the cover on this is just so nicely done. And again, you can see how that yap just wants to hug the text block. The gilding is fantastic. It's great that it's got 3 ribbons. And so in the Premier Collection, they've got this one here, which again is the Heritage Bible. And then if you're not into a single column, they do have the large print thin line. So you can see the difference between the thickness of these Bibles. You can also see the difference in the footprint of it. So this one's going to be taller and wider, but quite a bit thinner. This one has 3 ribbons. I will link the review to this one in this video as well. So this one here is going to be the large print thin line, which is going to have your traditional double column format, whereas this one here that we just looked at is the single column format. So if you're looking for a premium NIV Bible, I would highly recommend either one of these. I love a double column format. This one just isn't line matched, but it's still really easy on the eyes really easy to see. And I've been reading this one quite a bit because I really like the size of this one. But just excellent Bibles. So again, this one here is the NIV Heritage Bible. Again, it is part of the Premier Collection from Zondervan. There is the ISBN number. And I have been enjoying reading the NIV. I've never really read it before until I've got these Bibles, and I am definitely enjoying it. And I showed this to a few friends who this is their preferred translation, and they've already went ahead and one of them purchased this one, the other one purchased the large print thin line. But just beautifully done, really nice Bibles, and for a really good price, because you can get them for a lot less than the retail price. And I would also like to thank Zondervan for sending out this copy for review. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.